Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hopping. Today, popping a big old barrel-aged pastry stout. One, I kind of felt like this one right now because of cinnamon, and I felt like something sweet and rich. So let's see how this one is. We've tried the normal version of this. This is a variation on Three Sons Lumberjack Morning Break, and this is the Lumberjack Almond Danish Break. So this is one of the variations from 2023. So we also need to pop this because we're in 25 now. So this variation, I can smell the maple from here, is 14.5%. It is aged in a blend of Heaven Hill and MGP rye barrels, and the barrels were filled in 21 and emptied in 23. So the oldest barrel is, they're around the 20-some months marks here. They just write dates, and it's in the US version, so it's not day, month, year, it's month, day, year. So filled the 4th of the 8th of the 8th of April 21, and then emptied the 30th of August 23. And it smells really good. This one has been treated with toasted almonds, vanilla frosting, cinnamon, and then the dark maple syrup and argyle coffee, which is what they do normally. So they had a few variations of this beer last year available on Beer Dome, and I picked up a couple of them. Not all of them, there's loads. I think there's 3 or 4. But I picked up the normal one and then this one because this one had cinnamon. I was like, I like cinnamon in big beers and pastry beers. There was also like a blueberry version, and I can't remember the final one. So yeah, this came from Beer Dome, so thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. This was, as I said, part of a big release of a lot of Three Sons beers. And there was some stuff I skipped, which I shouldn't have. That was a very highly rated coconut beer and stuff, but that's how it is. You can't take everything, especially with the stuff I got in my cellar. Like, I got a lot of dope beers, and like these days, it's like I always like, let's wait with that with all these kind of crazy big barrel aged beers because I don't often have anyone to share with. Now I have kids with the house, everything. Time is just not a big thing. So when I shoot videos, most times these days it's on my own, and now I'm like, okay, we need to drink some of these big beers, and then we can try and share in the missus. We'll see what she thinks. She's probably not gonna like it. She doesn't like big barrel aged beers. She's more into sours. But let's check this one out. I'm looking forward to it. I can smell the maple from here. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Check them out. You gotta, follow these guys if you want to try some of these things in Europe because they get them quite often these days. They just had a big release with Imperial and Anchorage, and there was there Whatworks too, but just not barrel aged stuff from Whatworks. And what else? There was a lot of stuff. So check them out. Link for the shop is down below. But here we go. Pitch black. Not a lot of head. Anything at all. But pouring out, there was a bit. It fizzed a bit as I opened it. So I'm guessing it's maybe re-fermented a bit with the maple syrup. That's kind of bound to happen. But it looks thick and rich. Let's check out the aroma. Damn, that is very rich smelling. Loads of maple syrup and coffee, and I definitely get cinnamon, and it's really balanced. It's not like this over-the-top cinnamon thing, and vanilla frosting. And there's also a cola note, and then bourbon, and definitely the rye on the second whiff here, or whatever whiff it was. It's almost like maple caramelized, like almost like there's something that actually reminds me of a pastry about this. So they call it a Danish break. Or a Danish, that's an Evil Train reference. Yeah, Danish break. So, almond Danish break. And I guess it's inspired by some kind of Danish pastry. And there is vibes to like Danish pastries about it with like this like vanilla frosting almost. Like there's a very famous Danish pastry, which is not like the crazy, it's like the Jutland pastries. It's not like the crazy hyped, sourdough and all these crazy French-inspired pastries that are everywhere in Copenhagen. We also have some here, and I love them. They're fantastic. But it has aromas that reminds me of julekage, which is a name for a cake here, which is a take on like a cinnamon swirl type thing, where it's like this. There's a bakery near me that makes these, which is, what are they called? They're called Halls, and it's like this cinnamon bun-esque type thing that's just loaded everywhere with this brown sugar syrup sauce, or caramel type thing, which we use on another cake called a bonsvier, which is like a cinnamon sugar, but it's so much more decadent. It's called romance. I'm not sure. It's like this like gloopy, sugary, caramelly thing. And then it's got frosting and flaked almonds, and then I think a touch of cinnamon too. I can actually see connotations to that. But fuck, there's so much of that coffee too, and maple still. It smells really good. It smells like it aged quite well. It doesn't smell like it's fell off or anything. The cinnamon is an undertone, but yeah, it smells more enticing than the regular version I had maybe half a year ago. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks to the Beer Dome for the beer. Sweet. Pastry. I feel like it's less sweet than some of the really, really sweet 3 Tons pastry stouts. It's really good though. There's a lot of adjunct still. But I feel like maybe it has the same thing kind of going for it as the regular Lumberjack morning break. That it's a bit fizzy, but that was also 23 vintage when we drank it. I'm thinking it might be just a slight ounce of re-fermentation. Because it died really quickly in the glass with the other one. Really thick without being like too much. Like it's very rich, the mouthfeel, but you can feel there is dryness of the barrels and the spirit that's thinned it out a bit. It's the rye is really what's shining for me. And the cinnamon, I'm getting more of it on the flavor. But like big vanilla, frosting, coffee, maple-y flavors. But it's really good. I think I actually like this more than the regular version. Yeah, I like that touch of cinnamon. So, and the coffee is balanced by the maple and everything. It's just like, it's not over the top. It's just like this nice kind of black coffee flavor to it. I like this. This is really nice. It's a good pastry stout. And I'm drinking it way quicker than I thought. There's no trace of 14.5%. And I like it more than the regular version of Lumberjack Morning Break from 23. It's pretty damn good. It's really close to world class. The only thing for me that it lacks is just a little bit more barrel, and that's it. All the adjunct flavors are pretty much on point if you also think of the pastry it's trying to imitate. And I think what really shines is like coffee, vanilla, and maple syrup. Almond is really debatable, but I can kind of see it. I have that image of that cake in my mind I talked about, and I do see similarities. Yeah, it's very nice. I think if you have this in your cellar right now, you should pop it and drink it ASAP, because it's not going to get any better sitting around. In terms of grade, I'm going to go 94. I think if this was a little bit fresher, it would be world class in a 95. But it's really damn close to it. Really, really good shit. Especially if you love pastry beers, and I was really in the mood for a pastry beer. This is nice. And what I love is also it's not like sickeningly sweet, which is nice. It might have been sweeter a couple of years ago. I don't know. The thing is with maple, it is sweet, but there's also a thing of balancing all that with booze from the barrels. But yeah, very good. Lumberjack Morning Break, the Lumberjack Almond Danish break version. Very nice. This is probably not easy to get these days right now, but if you have it in your cellar, crack it right now. I know that it's gone on Beer Dome, so you can't find it on there. But check them out anyways. Link for the show is down below. They do have an awesome selection of beer. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and some big old barrel-aged pastry stout. And see you guys in the beer review.